everyone. Jeff Rivette, Portfolio Manager at Creed Capital Management, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I know that probably talking about the stock market and investments is the last thing on people's mind in this week leading up to Christmas, but I just wanted to send out a quick update just for the end of the year to sign off and finally close the book on 2022. It's been a challenging year for sure. With inflation and higher interest rates and the war in the Ukraine and supply chain issues in China. Looking forward to 2023. Certainly start to see signs of things already improving. The last 3 months, really since summertime, or I guess in September, we've seen a pretty good rally back in both the stock market and the bond market. Still going to finish the year negative in both areas, but certainly much better than things were in September. And that's largely because inflation has indeed not only slowed, but it started to decline. We're seeing declines in both the price of goods and also in resources. And those are the two of the three major components of inflation. The third is services and labor. And that's an area where we're still seeing growth. We're still seeing wages increase. And that is caused, I guess, some concern for the Federal Reserve and the Bank of Canada. And it's why they continue to raise rates. But our own economists think that this it can't last forever. That it is a near-term event, and that the expectation is that by sort of mid 2023, so by May 2023, that could see rates actually start to come down. That's sort of the time that the bank feels that is needed to sort of process everything that's happened. And I've said before that when interest rates are risen by the Bank of Canada or the Federal Reserve, it takes about 9 months to really trickle through the economy and actually feel the impact. So what we're experiencing now, as far as a contraction in the economy, is actually from rates being risen back in March and April. So it takes some time, and we're at a point now where the expectation is that rates are probably pretty close to as high as they're going to get. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because inflation is in check, and that we will start to see the Federal Reserve ease off. We'll see lending rates come down, and hopefully we'll see a rally back in the market next year. That's certainly the hope and expectation. So it's things are shaping up well for the new year. I know that just one of the reasons that the last few weeks there has been some uncertainty out there again. So I'll just touch base on it quickly. That's largely due to the concern that because we did have great inflation numbers as far as inflation coming down, but we did see sort of talk from central banks that rates were going to keep going up. There's some concern that maybe they're raising too much, and that may push us into a recession. But as I've talked about before, we typically see the period leading up to a recession in the stock market is much worse than during the recession itself. So we're holding true to that. And again, looking forward to the new year. Certainly happy to chat with anybody either before Christmas if you need to about your portfolio. Certainly in the new year. Looking forward to connecting with everybody. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you and your family, and a very Happy New Year. Thank you.